Hey y'all, happy Labor Day. Welcome back to Motivational Monday with your girl Mo. And let me just jump into the fourth reason it took me a whole year to upload a video because I know some of you have to throw some hot dogs, hamburgers, or some steak on the grill and stir up the potato salad. So the fourth reason it took me a whole year to upload a video was I didn't want to be transparent. I did not want to be vulnerable. And I knew I was supposed to do this. I knew God placed it in my heart to do this. I knew God wanted me to share my book, my story with you. A true story about a woman that asked God to send her a husband. Not just any husband, but one ordained by God. Now, of course, I've shared this book. This book came out in 2018, and many people have read it, men and women. But it's different when you talk one-on-one with a person, and totally different when you're sharing your story on YouTube when a whole lot of people can see, masses of people can see and hear about your story. I didn't want anybody to think I was hungry, thirsty, or desperate. But what I came to realize was my book isn't all about me. Although I really want to help women and men too, because men and women are different, but they go hand in hand. But this story wasn't about me, not just about me. It's about God. In this book, I ask God to grant me miracles. Miracles that will spiritually blow your mind and leave your mouth hanging wide open in awe. I knew that in order for me to really expose a miracle, you have to talk about the miracle before the miracle happens. And the miracle hasn't taken place yet. And I really believe God wanted you to know about the miracle I was asking from Him, so that we can all experience this journey together. So I will leave the information down below if you want to purchase this book. And I want to talk to you about that one thing that you know that God placed it in your heart to do. You know you're supposed to do it because you feel like there's a monkey on your back and you can't get it off. The thing that you're supposed to do hang and lingers in the back of your mind, and you can't, even though you try to forget it, it's still there. You try to run from it, you try to hide from it, you try to escape from it, and you know that you can't do it. And you don't have peace and you're not at rest because you know that you're supposed to do it. When I wrote my first book, because it's a 3-book story, and the second book will be coming out soon, I remember it took me a while to get the book out because I was afraid. I wanted the book. I prayed over the book because I wanted the book to be as true as the story was true. And I prayed over the book until the Lord released it from me. And I remember even almost a year after the book was written, I kept exhaling. You know the movie Waiting to Exhale? I kept exhaling because I was like, I felt free, like the book was supposed to be birthed and it was supposed to be in people's hands. So this brings me back to a story in the Bible. It's a parable. Because Jesus spoke in parables. And is parables aren't necessarily true, but they're stories to enlighten you and enrich you into life journeys that will help you in your life. So this story is about a man. Let's say he's an employer, and he has 3 employees, or he gives 3 men some gifts. The first man, he gives him five gifts. The second man, he gives him 2 gifts, and then the third man, y'all, he only gets 1 gift. The man comes back and asks the first man, "So, what have you done with the gifts I gave you?" And the first man said, "Sir, I worked hard. I invested some money. I did this, I did that with the money. And the 5 gifts you gave me, I was able to double it. And now I have 10 gifts." The second man said, "Thank you, sir. Thank you for my gift. The 2 gifts you gave me, I worked my fingers to the bone. I prayed over it. I was diligent. And the 2 gifts you gave me, I was able to make 2 more gifts. And I have now 4 talents." But when the last man was asked, he said, "I buried my 1 gift." I mean, like, why would he bury his gift? He got a gift and he buried it. That's a shame. That's a shame he buried his gift. Man, what's wrong with him? But I mean, let's think about it. I mean, the man had good reasons to bury his gift. I mean, he could have said things like, "You gave that first man 5 gifts. Even if he buried 1 gift, he had 4 gifts to invest or to use as a skill or a talent. The second man, you gave him 2 talents. Even if he buried 1 talent, he still had 1 talent to invest. But you only gave me one gift, 1 talent. What was I supposed to do with that?" You know what else I like about this story? It doesn't say how old these men are, which means they could have been 8 years old all the way up to 108. And you know, in the Bible days, biblical days, the people lived to be over 100, 500 years old. So your gift, that thing that God has for you, has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with your age. If God placed it inside of you, He knows how to get it out of you. So that thing that you're supposed to do, that you're afraid to do, and like I said, you might have many things that God placed inside you, but this one thing you just cannot escape, and you're not going to feel good until you birth that thing. This is 2020, the year of awakening, the year that God has opened up our eyes, and we can see lots of things happening: racial injustice, the pandemic, and the election this year. And there's a time for everything. And I believe that this is the time for us to open up our eyes to not only see what the world is doing, but to see what God is doing in our lives. So come into partnership, because we can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth us. If we do our part, God will do His part. Just remember, what God placed inside of you, He knows how to bring out of you. And that we don't have to fear anything, because God isn't of fear. God will take our gifts and multiply our gifts, like in the Bible. Whatever He gives you, if you do your part, He's going to multiply your gifts and bring you and make way for you, probably give you an income, or touch more people than you were able to touch, because you worked that thing and then He worked that thing in you. You got to pray about it, though. You got to ask God to help you. I have to ask God to help me. And God will take your gift and bring you before great, great men. So do your thing. Do your thing in Jesus. Do your thing in what He's asking you, or what He placed inside you to do, because you got what it takes. So if you like this video, please give it a thumb up, a comment, and subscribe. I have 3 more videos on this series. 2 more reasons why it took me a whole year to upload this video for you. And then the last video is a summary of the whole series of why it took me a whole year to upload this video. I hope that these videos help you, to encourage you to step out on faith as I step out on faith along with you. And just remember, we're in this together. Okay, and so It's my thing. I got to do my dance. I got to do my dance. I did a video. I did a video. I did a video. Praise God. 4 down. 3 more to go. Thank you for watching this video and stay safe and blessed. God's got you. Take care and see you next week.